Two are about to start here at Mendoza on this beautiful, fine, sunny day. Kicked off by Adrian Gioni and taken by John Timu. He's had a busy tour so far. This is his 5th tour match, and this is only the 6th game on tour. With me again this afternoon, Earl Curtin. And Earl, a big match for a number of players. An interesting Michael Jones at number 8.
Yes, well, that's the interesting feature of it. It's almost probably a pre-run, and the selectors are looking at him for a test place. At number 8, obviously, would make it on the flank.
First line out of the game, the referee from Tucumán, Pablo Black-Waddell, in a lovely orange jersey. And I guess, Earl Curtin, this reminds you a bit of South Africa?
It's very similar. It's very rocky, it's very hard, it's very dry, and the clear blue sky, and the altitude. We're up 3,000 feet here.
Lovely white line-out take there by Loriolanis, Gonzalo Loriolanis. Here it is for halfback Silvestre. He's played for the Pumas. John Timu waits again. Ball not quite getting to him, tapped untidily by Fitzpatrick, but it fell for Crowley. Here it is coming to number 11. This is Emilio Sorina, and he unleashes a kick. There's been a lot of kicking on the tour so far. Again, Crowley climbing high. Play is 5 metres out from the 22 in All Black territory. Referee blows the whistle, and he says it was knocked on by the Cuyo selection side from Mendoza. Man on this side of the scrum, on the loose head side of the scrum for the selection side, is the test prop, Federico Mendes. That's not a bad scrum first up. All Blacks had their scrum slightly disrupted, and hello, bit of pushing and shoving in the early stages. The All Blacks have been penalised, and this looks like a gift. 3 points. Kramaski, the second 5'8". Pablo Kramaski with the kick, and that's a good start for the selection team. They lead after 2.5 minutes play by 3 points to nil. Knock on by the Mendoza team, and so the All Blacks have this scrum. A good clash in the front row. Tough front row up against the All Blacks, but the All Blacks have their test men in there. McDowell, Fitzpatrick and Lowe. Basham goes to make the kick as his leg's taken away from under him. This is Michael Jones playing at number 8. Nicely tidied up by him. Handed back by Alan Wetton. Here's Mannix. Lobs it across to Crowley. And Crowley getting a nice kick away downfield. Back goes the goal kicker, Kramaski. Not a good kick to Mannix it goes. Mannix has Crowley on his right, keeping it alive, the All Blacks. This is Alan Wetton, 15 metres short of the line. McDowell picks it up and charges ahead. Good run from Steve McDowell, supported by Michael Jones. All Blacks just 2 metres short of the line. In after the ruck ball, players lying all over it. And yes, the referee says that that in fact was the case. And it will be a penalty to the All Blacks. Some vigorous rucking by the All Blacks, but they had every right to. Let's see what the referee does say as the bodies untangle. And yes, it looks to me as though it is a shot at goal, and it's interesting that in fact it's going to be Kieran Crowley to kick for goal, not Simon Mannix. So Kieran Crowley, his first kick on tour, and he's made a good job of it. Beautifully struck by Crowley, and the All Blacks back on level terms. It's 3-3 now after 6 minutes play in the first half. So here's Sean Fitzpatrick, 10 metres out from the 22. Ian Jones got a hand on. It's pretty untidy stuff. Finally it's tidied up by Alan Wetton, who takes it in. Now Bishop clears it off for Mannix. Mannix with the kick for the All Black backs to run onto. It's pretty well weighted sort of kick too. Charging onto it was Jones, and a little bit of indecision amongst the selection backs. They finally cleared it. And this is Crowley. Now he might unleash a drop kick here. It's a long way up, but they travel a long way in these conditions. That's a magnificent drop kick from Kieran Crowley. Superb kick from just near halfway and wide out. And it was Kieran Crowley, not Bernie McCahill, who you can see there. It was Kieran Crowley who kicked a magnificent field goal. So this scrum, right on the line. Richard Lowe has decided to stand up. wants to set it properly here. All Blacks want to make a good job of it. Graham Bashop with the feed. Scrum wasn't too stable. Flicked up by Jones, gave it away to Timu using his strength, and that's a good try, John Timu. So determined close to the line. Took an awkward pass and crashed his way across for try number 6 on the tour.
Well, here you'll see it again. Look at this grand man in form. Very, very strong, John Timu.
So Kieran Crowley attempting the conversion. Crowley has been exceptional today. Good penalty earlier on. Lovely drop kick. And now the conversion to the try scored by Timu. And suddenly the All Blacks are out to a 12-3 lead. And we're about halfway through the first spell. All Blacks with another attacking opportunity. 27 minutes running time, but they've had a fair few injury breaks. Here's Sean Fitzpatrick. All Blacks just 12 metres out. Beautifully grabbed by Michael Jones. All Blacks charging on. Here's Mannix running across, having a go himself, Simon Mannix. Good to see. Almost got him through himself into the gap. All Blacks looking for the ruck ball. It's all over the place, and it's been knocked forward. Well, they had an opportunity there. I think the All Blacks might have a penalty. Yes, they do. The referee said that there was an infringement in there, and the All Blacks have a gift 3 points here. Kieran Crowley coming forward.
Well, it was a very good run by Mannix. It was interesting, too, to see him having a dab and really running onto it. He went straight through the first man. He just got clobbered by the cover defence.
Crowley the penalty. All Blacks 15-3 ahead after 26 minutes play. And now the replay of the try just scored by Sean Fitzpatrick. It was good work by John Timu. Mannix was there. The ball bounced clear, and it was Sean Fitzpatrick who got the try for the All Blacks. Apologies, we didn't catch it for you initially, but we got it on the replay. The try scored by Sean Fitzpatrick. Kieran Crowley right from the sideline. The All Blacks establishing a good lead here. Crowley's kicking has been marvellous today, and here's another one. Look at that. 21 points to 3. Good line-out win by Gary Wetton. Bashop managed to clear it with under a fair bit of duress. This is Bernie McCarhill, who's been turned on the wrong side. And All Blacks penalised, not able to release it, I guess, which is a funny one. How the heck would you ever release that? Never mind. Well, it's going to be a kick at goal here. This wouldn't be a bad kick. This is 5 metres on his own side of halfway. And Kromarski, who's missed one or two easy ones in the game after landing an early one, is going to have the shot of, well, it would be about 58 metres, I reckon. Didn't hit it all that well, really. However, it had been straight, it wouldn't have been too far away. Referee looking at his watch, and he says that's half-time. So at the half-time break here at Mendoza, the All Blacks scored 2 tries and lead by 21 points to 3. Second half about to get underway here at Mendoza. The All Blacks ahead by 21 points to 3. Simon Mannix to get this second half underway. And Earl Curtin, what did you think of the first spell?
Well, I think really that the All Blacks appear to be pacing themselves, and psychologically you can imagine that to be true with the test on Saturday. They know they're in control, really, and it's been scrappy in parts. They've made a few mistakes. I think that's really what it is. They're not giving it that top urgency, really.
Good scrap going on here for the ball, and finally it's come on the Mendoza side. This is the right wing three-quarter, Bazana, down to Kieran Crowley, very much the star of the All Black performance in the first half. There's some marvellous goal kicking. Michael Jones took it in there at number 8. He's been quite prominent, has Jones. All Blacks looking, and here it is. Bashop takes it out. Good run here from Graham Bashop. Could open up for John Timu out on the right wing side. Pops over a nice pass. Timu gets away from his man well. He's got Bashop in support, and Bashop could, in fact, goes into Mannix, who drags it in beautifully, and that's a lovely try. 3 players involved, really. Excellent work by Bashop and Timu, and Mannix finishes it off with a superb try.
This is a grand try here. You'll see it starting with Bashop running. He should run a little bit more. It's good to see him confident enough to have a go. Lovely pass out then. Good running again by Timu. Inside again to Bashop. And then Simon Mannix will get a great kick out of that, scoring a try.
All Blacks with a great attacking opportunity here, right in the centre of the 22. Bashop has lined his backs mainly to the left, with Stanley and Timu out to the right. Wack goes to the left to Mannix. Mannix pops it up for McCarhill. Bit of hesitation there. Jones was quickly there to take it away. Alan Wetton continues it. Here's Richard Lowe charging off, getting nice and low in the good body position. Sets it up. Here's Jones charging straight and hard once again. 15 metres out from the line. The All Blacks playing with a bit more purpose now in the second half, as again Bashop delivers it across to Mannix. The long pass across to Stanley. Lovely pass across to John Timu, and Timu, running off the Stanley pass, gets around behind the post to score his second try, and the second try in the second spell, and it's 29 points to 3. Lovely try.
Well, there was better work by the All Blacks. They pushed the ball wide, but it wasn't so much that. Crowley came back on the angle and made the wing three-quarter, as you see here, come back onto him. Look, he's coming into Crowley, and then there's nothing left out wide. Good running, good lines, making it very easy for this man in form, Timu.
Quickly taken by the All Blacks. Bashop. Long pass across to Stanley. Stanley heading straight down the middle. Good run here from Joe Stanley. Loose forwards there quickly. Michael Jones, number 8, was there. Now Bashop probing the blind side. Here's Timu again. Timu tries to stand up his opposite number. Good support in field. Lovely hands from Sean Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick charges on. Ian Jones with him, but Fitzpatrick does it himself. Now, try number 2 today for Sean Fitzpatrick. He's in vintage form. And goodness me, one of the local side players is a bit wild. I think he had a crack at the touch judge there, didn't he?
No, in certain terms. It was lucky the touch judge was running around and not watching deep down behind the goals, because he had a swing at him. And then he had a spit, I think, at Fitzpatrick as he came back too. You watch this. This is a guy really losing his marbles. Again, a good run. Timu goes around people. Isn't that a marvellous pickup, though, for a front row forward? And then dotting it down. Watch this guy running back here. Now, look. Whoop. No. Oh, he just misses him.
All Blacks well in control of this match. 18 minutes gone in the second half. 35 points to 3. They expected, I think, tougher competition from the side, which includes 4 players who are either playing or have played for the Pumas. Here's Crowley opening it up again. McCarhill has taken the pass and flicks a good one across to Philpott on the left wing side. He's run strongly, has Philpott. So's Paul Henderson. Had a good game on the side of the scrum. Alan Wetton was there too. Crowley in there to give him a hand. All Blacks will rip this one back through the maul, or they should, but they've got a penalty anyway. From wide out. He's missed his last 2, Crowley. But this looks a promising kick. It's a very good kick indeed. Crowley kicks the penalty, which means the All Blacks now lead by 38 points to 3, and we go now into the final quarter of the game. But over 15 minutes left in this game. All Blacks produce a big shove, and they are going to get a tight head. Jones takes it off the back. Running strongly again, Michael Jones. Gets over the 22 and lays it up for Basham. Here's Mannix. Misses McCahill. Stanley then gave it to McCahill. Here is a chance down the left wing side for Shane Philpott. Oh, lovely work, Philpott. He went in, he went out. And that was a lovely body swerve. And Shane Philpott down the left wing side gets a try that makes it 42 points to 3.
Well, yes, it was a lovely and off, as you suggested. And it was good to see him too, with confidence, to have a go and beat a guy. This is what was his long shot, really, 2 or 3 years ago. He's had a lot of stick, but you watch this for a lovely add-off. He's had a lot of stick in the past, but Philpott, this is a lovely piece of work here. And he's got plenty of pace too when he's really fit. He's been had some horrific injuries, broken leg and then ginormous reconstruction in a knee. And maybe he's coming back to true form.
Conversion made by Crowley. That's 20 points today for Kieran Crowley. And the All Blacks ahead by 44 points to 3. Nice little kick. Alan Wetton tries to bring it under control for the All Blacks. It's loose near the 22, taken by Mannix. Mannix releases it up well for Steve McDowell, who charges off down the blind side. Has Michael Jones there with him. Look at Jones explode again. That marvellous acceleration he has. It gave it into Ian Jones near the halfway line. All Blacks now starting to run it well. In it went Lowe, playing it at halfback. Here's Philpott. Nice little pass up to McCahill. Places it on the ground. The All Blacks playing the ball on the ground here in Argentina, not bothering too much with the rolling maul. On the ground and over the top they go. Now Basham. Up it goes Mannix. Releases it up to Stanley, who charges straight ahead again. 5 metres on the Mendoza side of halfway. Basham to Mannix. Mannix kick was partially charged, but fortuitously it went straight to Timu. Timu has his Otago teammate Paul Henderson right there with him. Good continuity here from the All Blacks, but it looks as though it might have gone on the other side of the ruck. And offside against the All Black team. Quickly taken again by Silvestre. He really wants to play this game at pace. He's got away from Joe Stanley. Puts the little kick ahead. Now the chase is on. Philpott going back for the All Blacks. And he gets well and truly taken in the tackle. Ball placed on the ground. Fired up. Mendes couldn't take the pass. I don't think he knocked it on. And it's going to be McCahill to get it across the touchline. Well, there are bodies all over the place. But that's good work from the local side.
Yes, he didn't knock it on. You're right. Mendes knocked it straight down. But it was good football because they took the tap kicks very quickly. Something New Zealanders could do too. I think we take far too long and deliberate about our quick taps. Particularly if we're putting 4 men up. If we practice it as often as normally New Zealand teams do, for goodness sake, let's get rid of it quickly.
Basham clears it. Mannix with the kick. And Simon Mannix finding touch well today. And that gives the All Blacks a little bit of breathing space. But once again, it'll be Mendoza ball. Crowd would love to see them score a try. This game has about 12 minutes running time left. The All Blacks 44 to 3 ahead. And Guti Arez. Oh, that's a lovely take again. Gary Wetton looks at the referee as if to say, what about the lifting? I think there's been a bit of that in this game. Pretty tight in there. Mendoza looking for the ball. And the penalty's gone against the All Blacks, I suspect. So I'm sure we'll see Silvestre tap again, and away they'll go. He does. Hands it up. Looked as though it might have been a bit forward, but nevertheless, Coriolanus goes on. The charge comes from Gomez, and Gomez gets the try. Now, there's a bit of a brawl going on, as you can see. Meanwhile, Gomez has scored a try, and this is a shocker. It's all over the place here. This is a dreadful brawl. I've never seen a brawl like this in an All Black match before. They are fighting all over the place. Well, this is a total disgrace. The All Blacks are absolutely incensed by something that happened. Joe Stanley is beside himself with anger. One of the local players, and I suspect it's their number 8 forward, is being stretchered from the field. The All Blacks, meantime, you can see, have gone to halfway. They went back to the goal line. They got pelted with beer bottles, oranges, you name it, and they've decided to seek sanctuary in the middle of the park. All Blacks still a bit reluctant to go back to behind the goal line. That's where they have to go because it's a conversion attempt being made. They've already had one go back there, but they've been pelted with bottles, rubbish, oranges. And they're just a little reluctant to go back there at this stage. Meanwhile, the conversion attempt is being lined up. You can see that they're not exactly racing back to behind their own line. They're going to face the crowd, in fact. They're not interested in the kick, which is being made here by Prima Skill. And he converts the try. So it is now 44 points to 9. And quite a sensation here in this match between the All Blacks and Mendoza. Sean Fitzpatrick to feed this line out, 15 metres out from the 22. It's 44 points to 9. Tapped untidily on the All Blacks side. And the referee has given the All Blacks a penalty here. He's ruled that the local side were offside. And Kieran Crowley is going to kick for goal, just to allow once again things to settle down a bit.
Oh, exactly. I mean, you just cool it down and take up some time, and All Blacks will be quite pleased to get off the pitch. They're still throwing cans from down low here.
So Crowley with 20 points so far in the game. The All Blacks have scored 6 tries, but sadly I think this game's going to be remembered for the shocking brawl which broke out 10 or 15 minutes before the end of this match, involving all 30 players. The whole lot were involved. Here's Crowley. And that's another good kick from Kieran Crowley. He really has been one of the stars of the day for New Zealand so far. 47 to 9 they lead, and it looks like about 3 or 4 minutes left in this match. Silvestre has been a lively halfback. Here's Bertrano again, starting to come into his own just before the end of the game. Here goes the other flanker. This is Cassoni. This is good play from the Mendoza side. They really are finishing strongly in this game. One of the All Blacks is down. You can see Paul Henderson, number 7, is on the deck as another penalty goes against the All Blacks. Penalty attempt is taken and converted, and that in fact is the end of the game, so it's all over. 47 points to 12, the final score. A match which was marred by a most unsavoury incident right near the end, but 47 points to 12, Earl Curtin, and overall, as far as rugby goes, a satisfactory result for New Zealand.
Yes, they really placed themselves. You could only say they cruised, that is the All Blacks, right throughout that game. But a grand game by Crowley. Nice to see him back in form. Good touch with goal kicking and the rest of it. Good to see Mannix play well too. And the other forward I thought who was outstanding again was Michael Jones, who seemed to be in everything.
Alex Wiley, 47 points to 12, but sadly I suppose the game won't be remembered for the score.
No, well, I'm just saying that it's one of those things that we'd like to forget. We don't like to see that sort of thing in the game, and it does. It's a shame that the game produced so much, and yet, as you say, maybe remembered because of that one incident.
But the rugby aspects of it must have pleased you.
Well, it certainly came our way a lot more. I think that the fact that they probably tried to play the game a wee bit better than themselves. The referee kept them back onside, and they certainly didn't stand as flat as a lot of the other teams have been. So it allowed us to move the ball more. The ball was made available more, and we didn't lose so much ball. So it all counted to the fact that we had more to play with, more room to move in.
So the particular aspects of the game you've been working at on training worked out for you?
Well, we've been trying to work at them all the time, and it hasn't come off in the other games, but today it did.
And I guess you've been involved in a few battles over the years, but that might be the best of them.
Well, it was a good game for us, to be honest. Obviously, there was the one part of the game there that I think is best forgotten. We certainly know what happened in that, and we just want to put it past us and take the very good things out of the game. There was some good things in the game leading into test match time.
Could you tell us what did happen in that incident?
Well, as far as I saw what happened, we were into a mall there, and one of their players came in and just used his boot into one of our guys straight away. And it was that blatant and obvious. And you don't get an All Black team and a back line, you're like rushing from everywhere to support the guys and sort it out.
So it was a match marred by an ugly brawl, but let's remember the good parts. The All Blacks scored 6 excellent tries. Kieran Crowley kicked 23 points, and the win will give the All Blacks great confidence as they head now to Buenos Aires for the first test Sunday morning New Zealand time. You'll see it live on One World of Sport at 6:30. See you then.
Highlights coverage of the All Blacks tour of Argentina was proudly presented by One World.